All right, welcome back to Law Tips. All right, so let's begin this way. I have told us a number of times that one, it is impossible to be convicted for a crime that does not exist. All right, what that means is that except there is a law saying that a particular thing is a crime, then no one can be convicted for that thing if done. Well, that's why when Yahoo so-called started in Nigeria, people could not be convicted, all right, because there was no law at the time punishing internet fraud. Of course, GSM was new in Nigeria at that time. So you can see that in section 36, subsection 12 of the 1999 Constitution. It says, and I paraphrase, that except there is a particular law or act or bylaw or whatever punishing a particular thing, a deed, then that thing cannot be a crime. So in 2015, I think that was during the past penultimate administration, we have what we call the Cybercrimes Prohibition, Prevention, etc. Act, where internet fraud and related things was criminalized. So that's what we're looking at today. All right, follow us as we go. All right, so one question to first ask is, which part of Nigeria does this law apply to? Well, the answer is simple. It applies all over the country. All right, let's look at the terms and some meanings first before we go deeply into this. You must have heard of the word cyber stalking before. Cyber stalking. What exactly is cyber stalking? Cyber stalking is posting something electronically, that's by the internet, in a way that a reasonable person would be afraid. For example, if you posted, to someone that I will deal with you, in such a way that a reasonable person will be scared that it's possible for you to carry out your threat, then that would be cyber stalk. Okay, let's look at another term in this law also called identity theft. What is identity theft? It means where you copy a person's identity, or where you clone a person's identity, or when you make somebody to believe that you are a person that you are not, in such a way that you acquire goods, services, or money for yourself, then that will be identity theft. All right, that is also a crime under this law. Let's look at one or two more and then we continue. What is spamming? From the word spam. If you use whether Yahoo Mail or Gmail and other similar emails, you will notice that you have inbox, spam, draft, sent, and the likes like that. Most times the top left of your windows. All right, spamming is sending bulk message to a person that has not solicited or asked for those messages. All right, at times you get messages that you didn't even ask for. All right, and you'll be asked to press so and so numbers if you want to stop that thing. Because as we discussed today, we would mention the word critical infrastructure. What exactly does it mean? It means data, systems, or information that the country considers vital, all right, to a nation, such that if such data or system is tampered with, it will negatively impact the country. All right, such data or information or system is called critical infrastructure. Cyber cafe is like a computer business center. Did you know, for example, that for you to operate a cyber cafe, there are some things that must be in place? If those things are not in place, then if a problem arises from your business center or cyber cafe, then you could as well be guilty of a particular crime. So what must you do? So in case you are operating a cyber cafe in Nigeria, as you listen to me, or someone that's doing that, that's a computer business center where people come to send mails, receive mails, and transact electronically. One is that you must register that business with CAC, not the church, that is the Corporate Affairs Commission. You must have registered your business name with the Corporate Affairs Commission. If you want to know how to go about that, consult your lawyer. All right. Number two, register also with those that are called Computer Professionals Registration Council. Register with them. That's like what MBA is to lawyers. It's what this council is to computer operators. So you must register with them. That is number two. Number three thing you must do is have what we call a sign-in register. Okay, let's look at a few other things before we move on to this. Now, quickly, things like if you intercept, for example, an email, statement of account, SMS, or anything, some intercept, all those things are crime under this law, ranging between 3 years to 7 years imprisonment. All right. So quickly, Let me talk about one more thing. There are times that, for time's sake, you are signing documents and you quickly put your what we call e-signature. That is, e means electronic signature on a document. Now, there are some documents that you cannot, by law, sign electronically. All right, yeah, this, of course, is similar to what you call the Statute of Frauds Act. There are some documents you can't sign electronically. For example, wills, codicils, and testamentary documents. What are testamentary? Of course, you know what wills are and codicils, right? Will is what you write about how your property should be distributed after you're gone, after you're dead, right? But testamentary document, from the word testament, it means any document, generally speaking, transferring interest in a thing from one person to another, right? So when you have a document transferring interest, then you can't put your e-signature. It has to be direct. Number two, death certificate. Of course, that is issued by the NPC, that is the National Populations Commission, right? Their boss, or whoever is there that signs or designated to sign, cannot impose his or her e-signature. It has to be the real one with a pen. Three is birth certificates. The examples actually abound. Number four, you have marriage, divorce. You can't divorce electronically. It has to be physically signed. All right. So even all family matters like custody and the likes, of course, for apparent reasons. Number five, you have judicial documents ranging from pleadings to motions to affidavits to orders to judgments, etc. Used in the court. You also can't impose e-signature on such things. You also have termination of utility bills. What does that mean? Take, for example, you have water supply into your apartment, or electricity supply into your apartment, and you want to terminate the supply. Then you can't do that electronically. Of course, again, the reasons are apparent, because anybody can clone your signature electronically and do that. So things that are generally sensitive in nature, all right, you can't sign them electronically. There are still other examples, but time wouldn't permit us to look at